Hello everyone, welcome to Peace and Freedom Bakery. My name's Devin. You've probably seen me here before behind the counter. As you all know, I am Shalika's husband. Shalika's back there doing some business, I'm sure. Just wanted to make a little video and tell you a few things about the shop now that we have a couple weeks under our belt. So first thing, I want to just reiterate that this is like a family-run bakery and shop. It's very exciting. There's literally like 4 or 5 people who are baking. I'm not doing any baking. I'm just here to help. But you know, the girls bake, their moms bake, their dad bakes, even a brother's baking as well. So they're all doing that on the weekends, but also all of these people have day jobs. And so they're very busy during the week, which is why we're open Friday night, Saturday and Sunday, and then they're baking kind of in the evenings and at night, right? So the reason I preface this is because we of course want to make everything like all of the time. We want to have everything all the time, but it's just, we're always faced with this kind of algebra of how much time do we have, how much oven space do we have, what ingredients are available in town, and do we have at hand, right? And so we're doing this balancing act. The reason I want to bring that up is because obviously there's a website. You see on the website a wide selection of baked goods, pastries, breads, etc. You also see in our store, if we can look around, we have like these posters, right? Of like Prague and like opera, and we have these posters back here. So this is all stuff that the bakers, they can do and they have done in the past, and they'll probably do again in the future. But just looking at the website and looking at these posters, it's not like a guarantee that that's going to be in the cooler, you know, every Saturday or something. Like I said, we're doing this math of what can we make this weekend for the next day, basically. And it's also kind of, I think, better that way. Sometimes you get a nice surprise from the bakers. You know, you're not sure what's going to be here. Maybe something new, maybe something different. That's what makes it all exciting. So I wanted to say all of that. Also, if you come in and you're bringing in like newspaper clippings, or maybe you saw something online or on our social and you have pictures of things, it's very exciting, and we love seeing all that stuff. We love hearing the excitement. We might have it, we might not. I just want to call that out so we're setting the expectations, right? So all of that stuff said, a quick side note from me, by the way, I can tell you that these guys are baking kind of all night long, and so the things you do see in the coolers and on the shelves are like super fresh. I mean, a lot of times they come out of the oven a few hours before they get here, and then you're picking it up and it's been, you know, almost still warm sometimes if it's the bread. So it's really exciting. Okay, now let me point out a few things about the shop here. So Anya's behind the camera. We're gonna swing around and I'm gonna point at some things. First of all, here's our door. First thing I want to point out about the door, we have our hours of operation here. So you see Friday, we start at 6 p.m. and we go to 10. Saturday, we start at 9:30 a.m. until sold out. And Sunday, 9:30 a.m. until sold out. So the hours are right here. You might see us in here time to time off hours, maybe like a Wednesday evening or early in the morning or something. If you see me, I'm most likely fixing something or painting something or adjusting something. If you see all of us or any of us, anybody else, they're in here probably stocking the shelves, stocking the fridge, stocking the coolers, right? So just keep in mind our hours are listed on the door. The other thing I want to say, sometimes we have a line, which is amazing. We love seeing all of you. The line goes that way sometimes, the line goes this way sometimes, and you all know by now our door opens kind of this way. And so it's just, if there is a line, you know, it's really helpful if we all try to remain kind of orderly and watch out for one another when we're coming in and out, and also try to maintain some order of the line, right? We don't want folks to be bypassed or something like that. So let's try to work that out. We all have this Iowa nice aspect that will continue. Moving on over here, the main thing I want to call out is this bread shelf. So what you see on the bread shelf the day you come is the bread that we have. We have these nice little signs here. This one happens to say multi-grain bread. Sometimes it says sourdough, sometimes it says cheddar cheese, etc. But basically we'll have the sign here on the shelf, and we'll have the bread here on the shelf. So good news is you can see it from the window. But also when you come in, you know, feel free to ask me or whoever's behind the counter, like, what bread do you have? I'm happy to tell you all the time. But if you want to find out for yourself, you can see it from the window before you even, you know, hop into the shop. What else do I want to point out here? As far as the coolers go, we have usually a sweet cooler here, which is like with the cakes and things. And this one so far has been our savory cooler. Again, with the cakes, we sometimes have more cakes back in that fridge there. And we pull from that fridge, and then towards the end of the day, we'll be pulling from the cooler. And then with the savory stuff, they'll be in the cooler as long as we have them, and sometimes we keep some secret stash back there as well. Final stop over here. Shalika, hello.
Hi. Sorry.
Shalika's actually trying to close the drawer right now, but this is where you can do your checkout. So I've had a few people ask me, like, what kind of payments do we take? We take cash, we take card, I think Apple Pay. Somebody did Google Pay earlier,
Yes.
I think that works. So tap, whatever you want. So this kind of machine does it all. And then finally, you know, we have these tables and benches here where you can hang out. So feel free to sit here, have tea, coffee, have your treat, sit in the chairs. Again, over here, if you're in this chair, you have this door, and people are coming in and out, like, just be cautious of each other. Top secret information for you, this door actually opens. So after you pay for some things, you can leave that way if you're taking your things to go. So in conclusion, I think that's basically it. I just wanted to call out the fact that mostly we want to bake everything all the time. You know, there's a few of us, and I can tell you from my perspective, I go to bed and then they're baking, and I go to sleep and I wake up and they're still baking, and then they come here to the shop and then they help you out. So like, it's really great. Okay, we had a camera situation. I forget exactly where I left off, but what I'm saying is that the bakers are baking pretty much constantly from, you know, all week long really, but mostly from Thursday to Sunday, just baking. I'll go to bed, I'll wake up 7 hours later, they're still baking, then they come to the shop, right? So in conclusion, we're so happy, we love everyone, we're so glad you're all coming in. We just hope that you're able to find something tasty from the things that we have in store that day, and we'll try to bring a wide variety of them, you know, as we continue to run the shop. Good news is this is only the second week, and we'll be here, you know, every Friday through Sunday. So hope for you to keep coming in.